Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and I got a review for you. Normally this would have been mixed into my group of reviews, but it was kind of all by himself, and he was all lonesome, so I felt like, I might as well give him a single view review, plus that it is a new story arc for the series. But the comic that in question is Marvel Comics Alien. This is issue number 7. Like I said, it is a new story arc. It is continuing the story, the first 6 issues from the series. I would highly recommend it. It is one of my top Marvel reads from this year that I read. Now again, I have not read a lot of Marvel, but from the Marvel that I did read, they did a fascinating job with the use of this franchise, of which I was a little scared of, me being a major Xenomorph fan. But let's get into it. It kind of has like it kind of has like a brief summary of everything that happened, and not just in the first 6 issues, because this is continuing off of Aliens 1 and 2, kind of saying that 3 and Resurrection just aren't in the realm that we are talking about here. But it does go off with the concept that Aliens 1 and 2 existed, and that's kind of where it's going from. In the previous 6 issues, it was set at a station, and we had the Weyland Corporation. They were farming new types of alien, an alpha breed of alien. And basically they had some like environmentalist group that tried to go free these captive creatures that they were told were harmless and innocent. When they got there, they found out they were advanced killing machines, and most of that group died instantly. The son being the most important, a boy being a son of the a soldier that is connected with the Weyland Corporation, but was sent to retrieve the specimen and any kind of information. And basically, we are going off the, at the end of that, the space station kind of fell to Earth, and they had hinted that we were going to get aliens on Earth. Right at the beginning, it is not like that, which I kind of appreciated, because I was I don't know if I was ready for these xenomorphs to kind of get into Earth. I mean, you kind of imagine it's just going to be like a free-for-all kind of thing, where if it's going to be one alien, we just kill it. But if it's more than one, I'm pretty sure they would make a big dent in the human race. But we are caught up, after all that explanation, we are caught up with a vessel that is it is on its way to a moon that is basically, at this point, humans have started terraforming outside of Earth. I mean, of course, this is the Alien franchise, and they have, planets and all over the solar system and stuff. At this time in the story, America has seceded from the world and has specifically moved most of its states and cities to these colonies, and one being close to the moon. But the space station in the beginning, not a space station, spaceship in the beginning is on its way to that moon, and we do see that that a xenomorph somehow, one way or the other, is on board this ship. And the person that wakes up or is woken up by the ship quickly finds out that there's an alien on board, and guess what? It's going to that moon. We do get a description of the moon, what type of class it is, that kind of thing. It's called UA Eurydice. But from this point on, that's where the book takes place, is on Eurydice. And it's kind of nice. I was really glad that it wasn't on Earth, that it's basically like an Earth-like place, because as you'll notice, they have of course humans, but they have animals like our deers and elk and stuff like that. But then the actual greenery and landscape is alien, but still similar, close to Earth kind of thing. We just basically catch up with this lady in the sky, and the lady is taking a relaxing day and just hunting, and she does end up bagging an elk. And there is hint at something that's going wrong with her, that as she's like drawing the bow and shooting the bow, she kind of has a moment, and the guy kind of notices it. We do catch up with this. It's kind of like a town hall meeting, and they're just talking about the harvest and things to come, that kind of thing. There's not a lot that comes from this part, except that they, that they have been trying to, they've been using artificially created oxygen or something like that, and at this point they have finally figured out how to sustain the oxygen without having to use machines, and that is kind of a first. We are catching up back with the main character and the guy from the, hunting trip, and we do find out that the lady had a chance to stay on Earth or something like that, and she chose to go on this expedition, but it had like a negative side effect. She wanted to explore and stuff like that, but she was already, I think she was dying from cancer, and that was the whole like pause between the bow and arrow, and the thing that the guy caught, stating that he thought the cancer was in remission, kind of thing. She does kind of state that if she would have stayed on Earth, they would have healed her 100%, and she would have missed the opportunity to explore a whole new planet, and so she took the exploration versus the healing path. And he kind of even makes a comment like, you could have got healed and then kind of, made the trip over here. You just would have been a little late. But she was still interested in the exploration kind of thing. And she's a scientist as well. She's one of the people that helped with the oxygen. We do see that space station in the beginning of the book is finally making it to this planet, and since there's nobody driving it, it is crash landing onto the planet. They do mention some of the places that the ship could land, and they're kind of hoping it lands this way or that way and not this way, but it does end up landing in their gardening and food supply area, which I can't imagine will be a great thing. But they did mention that there was like 2 other places that the ship could have fallen and would have been way worse. Like I think they're like hospital location and stuff like that. They instantly go investigate the ship after it falls. Jane does, the main character that mentioned that she has the cancer. And as she goes into the ship, of course, she sees a very familiar scene that us, the viewers, have seen before. But inside there's a ton of egg sacs full with face huggers ready to go, and as she's in there investigating the eggs, never seeing them before, or not as far as this character, because we do know the Wayland Corporation is kind of established in this universe, so there would be some characters that know about Xenos and their broods and stuff like that. But we do see that as she's investigating, that she does find a survivor that is still alive on this ship, probably one of the many people that were asleep, and that's why there's so many eggs, because there was a lot of humans on the ship. They just weren't awake at the beginning of the story where we came in on it. Instantly when this girl does wake, she commands Jane to get the hell out of there, and that she made a mistake coming in the ship, and after that just basically grabbing her chest and saying that it hurts and something is on the way. And instantly we do see that she is primed for, she's ready to pop, and this thing comes out of her, and then to Jane's surprise, she's really freaked out. She does watch the creature in detail, but it does eventually get away, really due to someone just walking up and kind of distracting her, and that's when the newborn Xeno kind of takes off. We do see that the baby Xeno ends up hooking up with the Xeno that laid all the eggs, and he is already on the outside on the planet, kind of hovering on a building that's nearby the crashed plane. And that's kind of where this book leaves us off. It does give us a preview to the next issue, and it kind of looks like an egg hatchery inside some farm, like a barn area kind of thing. I mean, for going into the first 6 issues, the first six issues were amazing. The art, the story. The art is the same class, the story is there, but where we are right now, it's kind of like that slow burn. It's building up the story. So if you're, you know, like me, and I was kind of like already going off the adrenaline of the last issue, I kind of thought it was going to continue with that adrenaline, but they kind of slowed it down for us a little bit, but that's fine. It was still a good issue. Just not where I thought it was going to go, but that doesn't mean that the future that Mr. Phillip Kennedy Johnson has planned for us is not going to be just as well. I'm on board with it. You know, I've liked the first 6 issues and the one shot they did. And this issue, art and story was just as good. I wouldn't say it was like jump out of your seat amazing, but it was a really good issue. But that's my review. I got a couple more coming today, and I will see y'all in a little bit.